B'tachan for Life, Shir 485, Thursday, Parshas Vayera. We are internalizing the concepts of how we view other people's actions. And we have to understand that it can be difficult to view it like this. But that doesn't mean it's not true. We have to understand the truth. And it's a lifelong job for a person to approach life, to view it the way the Rebbeinu Shalom views it. The true way to look at life. Nobody can impact you at all. And it can be a big nisayon. When somebody hurts you, Rachmana litzlan, it's difficult not to take revenge. But the Chinuch explains that the mitzvah of lo yisikaim, the mitzvah of not to take revenge, is because of this concept. You have to remind yourself that nobody can impact you at all. And it takes work to live like that. But that is the truth, and that will bring a person true menuchas hanefesh. But at the same time, we should point out that there's a concept of chayshim mishpat. If somebody hurts you monetarily, he takes something from you, he damages you, a person is allowed to collect money from that person. Even though he didn't really hurt you, even though it was the Rebbeinu Shalom, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu set up a system that the Rebbeinu Shalom allows for somebody to collect money if somebody hurts you directly. And we discussed in previous shirim that Bezdin is not a good idea to go to. It will just make a machlaikis. That's not for now. It was a discussion that we had previously, but the concept still exists. If somebody steals from you, you are allowed to take money from that person, because that is how HaKadosh Baruch Hu set up the world with Chayshim Mishpat. With the set of laws that when somebody hurts you directly, he is responsible. But at the same time, there are halachas that are called grama. If someone hurts you indirectly, for example, if someone loses something of yours, so he has to pay back for the item that he lost. But that item also has sentimental value. It came from your great-grandmother from hundreds of years ago. He's not responsible to pay for that, because that you have to view as if it came from the Rebbeinu Shalom. That is the way we view interpersonal relationships. When someone hurts you monetarily in a direct fashion, and according to the halachas of Chayshim Mishpat, you are allowed to collect, the halacha is you're allowed to collect. If it's an indirect fashion, even if it still impacts you, chas v'shalom, you have to remember that it came from the Rebbeinu Shalom. That is the way we look at it anytime someone seems to do something to us. It's not him, it's the Rebbeinu Shalom. If it was direct, then the reason why the Rebbeinu Shalom sent it in that fashion is because he wants us to collect whatever money we are entitled to collect. If it is indirect, or part of the damage is indirect, for example, if someone smashes your car, and now you have to get a new car, which is much more expensive, but he doesn't have to pay for the new car, he only has to pay for the old car. The reason for that is because he is not really the one that damaged you. The only amount of money that you are entitled to collect is the amount that he impacted you directly. Anything that was an indirect impact, we go back to the drawing board. We go back to the understanding that it's coming from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that individual is only a puppet.